Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SmackDown, the final SmackDown before King of the Ring Premium Live event this Sunday, right here on KO Productions. Welcome aboard, folks. This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, episode 194. Welcome to SmackDown, welcome to KO Productions. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. And let's get the show on the road. We got an action-packed night in store for all you here this evening, so let's waste no further time and get ready to the action. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. And tonight we're kicking it off with the WWE Champion, the undefeated WWE Champion, who will defend his gold this Sunday in Miami in the main event against the hometown hero, the final boss, The Rock, in a matchup for the ages. He gets warmed up tonight, taking on one half of the Usos and The Rock's cousins. He defeated Jey Uso a number of weeks ago. Tonight he contends with Big Jim. It's the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Scottish Warrior,
Drew
Drew McIntyre!
McIntyre is here then, ladies and gentlemen. He's not really been given a lot of focus over the last few weeks here on SmackDown because of the ongoing King of the Ring tournament. Tonight we find out who will take on Seth freaking Rollins in the SmackDown semi-final stages of the King of the Ring tournament. Finn Balor and Cody Rhodes collide later on tonight in the main event. But right now, it's the man who will main event this Sunday's PLE at King of the Ring, Drew McIntyre, who's out here to take on one half of the Usos and Jimmy here this evening. It was an Armageddon where McIntyre got the win in the main event, defeating Braun Breaker in the WWE Championship encounter to close out that show. He was celebrating at the end of the night, having just retained his championship and once again kept his undefeated streak intact. But then all of a sudden, the music of The Rock came to play in the arena, and everybody lost their damn mind. The Great One returned. The final boss turned up, laid out McIntyre and calling his shot to challenge the champion in The Rock's hometown of Miami this Sunday at King of the Ring. The last time we saw The Rock before that was at SummerSlam, where he answered the mystery open challenge of Roman Reigns. He defeated his cousin at the biggest party of the summer. Can he beat Drew at King of the Ring? We find out soon enough.
From San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso!
Right now, it's not about a one-on-one encounter between Drew McIntyre and The Rock. Tonight, it's about a one-on-one encounter between Drew McIntyre and Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, here tonight. A number of weeks ago, I mentioned Jey Uso had a matchup one-on-one against Drew McIntyre. He came up short in that one. This time, it is Jimmy's turn to kick us off here tonight, live on SmackDown, as we come to you live tonight from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Welcome aboard, folks. We are just a number of days away, 2 days away from King of the Ring Premium event. I'd like to apologise for the delay of uploads this coming week. It's a very busy week for me. Of course, WrestleMania had just happened this past week, so up watching that, but up most of the night, UK time, of course. So didn't really have time to get this all ready and done, but we're here now. We're ready to go. King of the Ring coming up this Sunday, and right now it's McIntyre, the WWE Champion, trying to send a statement to his challenger this Sunday, The Rock. And look at Drew taking out Jey on the outside, and they're going for The Rock on the floor as well. Drew McIntyre destroying the entire bloodline on the outside of the ring as he's getting fired up. But look at Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso. Look at that take flight, and he does. Taking out McIntyre on the outside with a big tope suicida. Gets the champion on the back. And they're going to send Drew back into the ring there. Jimmy Uso looking to head up to the top rope. Nice counter by Big Jim. Heading up now, looking for the whisper in the wind, and he got him. Certainly no whisper there as Jimmy Uso came up top with that incredible maneuver, but there's a running neck breaker now by McIntyre, connecting on Big Jim. And then McIntyre again. Beautiful shoulder tackle, finds its mark now. Picks him up big, right forearm there from McIntyre. And a beautiful Michinoku driver. Ending its mark. Beautiful executed there. McIntyre, nice kick caught. Jimmy Uso, though, overhand shot connecting. Super kick. Got him in the money. In for the cover now. Jimmy for the victory. Shoulders down on the WWE champ to defeat the undefeated streak. Or to snap the undefeated streak, rather. Is McIntyre. Well, yes, he has lost a match before in this series. It was a fatal four-way. He did not take the pinfall or submission to lose that matchup. And look at Drew off the top now. Big shot there, finding its mark. McIntyre, big overhand shot now, finding its mark. And look at this, big kick, no. Jimmy Uso, beautifully done. And look at Jimmy sliding in, nice. Big boot there, oh my. And look at this from Drew McIntyre, stomping away on Jimmy. Got him right there in the gut. And now Jimmy Uso, look at this beautiful takedown. Look at Jimmy go. Look at Jimmy Uso go now. Jimmy Uso. Not slowing down at all. Going straight for the WWE Champion McIntyre. Trying to soften him up for the People's Champ. The Rock at King of the Ring this Sunday. With the WWE Championship hanging in the balance. Going to be an awesome night of action. Come this Sunday in Miami. You don't want to miss it. But there's the air raid crash from McIntyre. And for the cover. Scoring 2. Not enough. Jimmy kicking out. The official right there to count that pinfall. Great count there, but not to be for Drew McIntyre. Jimmy taking a powder to the floor. McIntyre in the ring. Got the ring to himself, but right now McIntyre flies over the top. Taking out Jimmy Uso on the floor with a tope con hilo. That was incredible. From Drew McIntyre there now as he sends Jimmy Uso back into the ring now. Uh-oh, to the top rope. Drew McIntyre missing the double axe handle. Jimmy super kick. Oh my! And there's another one! Right in the jaw of the WWE Champion. Didn't get all the force. Kicked immediately by McIntyre now. Jimmy Uso throat thrust. Uso out in the corner. Whisper on the win for the second time. McIntyre's down and out. Jimmy Uso has the opportunity now of a lifetime to knock off the WWE Champion. Jimmy heads up. Tippy. Top. Rope. Uso splash. Cover! 2 count! Kick out by McIntyre! Oh my days! And not enough to put away the Scottish Warrior just yet. Nice shot blocked by Drew McIntyre. Forearm Claymore! And good night, Jimmy Uso. Thanks for coming. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, scoring 2. Jimmy kicks out of the Claymore! Jimmy able to stay alive. Unbelievable. Drew McIntyre not happy with that one whatsoever. But there's a dragon screw leg whip now from Big Jim. And Jimmy trying to fire back in all cylinders now in this contest. What a shot now by Jimmy Uso. As ladies and gentlemen, King of the Ring this Sunday coming up after King of the Ring will be Survivor Series Premium Live event, where Raw and SmackDown stars will be facing each other. The top champions on Raw and SmackDown will collide with each other. The US champ, the Intercontinental champ, the WWE champ, the World champ, the tag champs of each brand, and the women's champs of each brand go at it, as well as 2 4-on-4 elimination matches for the men and the women, as well as an inter-promotional battle royal to determine #1 contenderships for a mid-card prize and whatever brand they are on. McIntyre going out to attack The Rock again, but for the second time of the match, Jimmy Uso able to take advantage, and that paid dividends there for Big Jim, who now sends McIntyre back into the ring, and looking to put away the WWE Champion now. Jimmy Uso heading up to the top rope, 3rd time of the match, connecting with Whisper in the wind. Drew down again. Jimmy back up to the top, looking to fly. Here tonight, Uso splash for the second time. Cover on the champ, leg hook, shoulders down, scoring 2 and another kick out by McIntyre. It's not over yet. My days, Jimmy looking at Rock, Jimmy looking at Jay. Jay's like, damn, what's he going to do to put this guy away? Now Drew McIntyre going to make sure he doesn't put him away. Air raid crash, they're going to put away Jim now. For the cover, look at the legs, scoring 2. Kick out by Jimmy again. A very competitive contest to kick off SmackDown between the WWE Champion and one of his challengers' family. But McIntyre going out against The Rock again on the floor. And there's the future shock DDT by McIntyre. going back into the ring, but Jimmy Uso, shoulders down, looking to steal one on Drew, got him here, off the roll up, can he get him here? 2 count on McIntyre, and a close call, but only 2. A near fall there for Jimmy Uso, rolls through McIntyre, and there's a big shoulder tackle by Drew. Looking to set up Jimmy for the beginning of the end now as The Rock gets to his feet, following the future shock on the floor. McIntyre staring right at the Great One, but now the final boss distracting the champion. Trying to get in the head of McIntyre and give Jimmy Uso enough time to recover and get the win maybe. Jimmy Uso back to his feet. Jimmy, once again, go for that penny predicament. Got McIntyre all in trouble. This could do it. Jimmy Uso for a major upset on the champ, and another kick out by McIntyre. But now Jimmy Uso right there, super kick. And there's one in the back of the head. Here's the cover from Big Jim. Leg is hooked, shoulders down to beat the WWE champion here. Scoring 2. And a kick it again by McIntyre. We're back live here tonight on SmackDown. What a competitive battle this has been between the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre and one half of one of the most decorated tag teams in WWE history, Jimmy Uso. But there's the Glasgow kiss by McIntyre. And the champion, the Scottish Warrior, backs him up, counts it down in the corner. And good night, Jimmy. That could be the fate of the final boss come Sunday. There's the Claymore, there's the 2 and 3. McIntyre victorious over Jimmy Uso, sending a message directly to the final boss, The Rock. And I'm really excited for that main event coming up this Sunday. King of the Ring live in Miami, The Rock's hometown. Can The Rock be the only man this series to pin Drew McIntyre and to win the WWE Championship in his hometown in the main event? Looking forward to that one. But tonight Jimmy Uso brought it against the Scottish Warrior, but it was not enough for Jimmy tonight. Drew McIntyre proving to be the best of the best here on SmackDown. And he looks to put The Rock down and put The Rock out of his misery at King of the Ring with the WWE title on the line. Congratulations going out to McIntyre in this great contest to kick us off tonight live on SmackDown. But still to come later on tonight, we find out who will face Seth freaking Rollins at King of the Ring live in Miami in the SmackDown semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Will it be Finn Balor? Will it be Cody Rhodes? We find out later on tonight in your main event of the evening. But coming up next, we got some tag team action as both of the women and the WWE Women's title match at King of the Ring. Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan picked each other's tag team, or they picked their own tag team partners for this evening. Belair teams with the women she beat for the title, Jade Cargill, whereas Liv Morgan chooses to team up with the Queen, Charlotte Flair. And here comes the WWE Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. Ever since she has came here to SmackDown, she has not been pinned nor submitted. Same can be said with Liv Morgan as well, the woman who will challenge Belair for the WWE Women's Championship at King of the Ring. Liv defeating Nia Jax a couple of weeks ago to earn the opportunity at King of the Ring against Belair for the gold. Tonight, Belair teams with the woman she beat for the championship in the SmackDown after SummerSlam. They're reunited again, they got their fight out, and they team tonight against this woman. Liv Morgan then, the number one contender for the WWE Women's Championship, looking to take that championship for herself in Miami this Sunday. But tonight it's time for a warm-up, it's time for some tag team action. You know Teddy Long, the general manager of SmackDown, he loves himself a good old tag team match player. Holla holla. And tonight, that's exactly what we're going to get. Interesting choice of tag partner though from Liv Morgan, picking a team up with the Queen, a multiple-time, I believe 4-time women's champion here in this series, Charlotte Flair. It's a very formidable partner, to say the least. And let's see how they do here tonight against the very good team of Bianca Belair, the WWE Women's Champion, and Jade Cargill, as the Queen has graced us with her presence here tonight. Here we go then, man. Going to be a great tag team match to get us ready for King of the Ring this Sunday as Belair and Liv go one-on-one. Tonight it's tag team action. Belair and Cargill take on Morgan and Flair. It comes your way next when we return live on SmackDown from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here we go, folks. Sold out crowd ready for this matchup to get underway as Jade Cargill going to kick it off with Liv Morgan here in this one. The official now ringing the bell, and here we go. Tag team contest underway here on SmackDown. Big tolerable Liv Morgan gets it with a kick there. Morgan missing that kick. Clothesline by Jade. Nicely done. Now Jade Cargill in control here. Clothesline sending left to the outside. And Cargill now gonna fly here. Beautiful crossbody off the springboard to the outside by Jade Cargill. The fact that she can do that is unbelievable. A woman of her size, her stature, and now heading up, springing to the top rope. Liv Morgan doesn't know what's coming. Double axe handle off the top of the number one contender. A pin Liv here and a kick out by Liv Morgan. Jade Cargill, the WWE Women's Champion from SummerSlam. And obviously we took a little break on this channel. Came back in the first SmackDown after it, losing to new NXT call-up and new member of the SmackDown roster, Bianca Belair, who ended up coming out on top, winning the title and then beating Jade in the rematch at Night of Champions live from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Liv now taking Belair down off the apron, going for the cover off that spinning heel kick on Cargill, only enough for a one, and a kick out by Jade. And now Liv Morgan going out making a tag. In comes the Queen, Charlotte Flair. These two women have faced off numerous occasions here on SmackDown, and they're going to square off here in this one, in this tag team contest. Cargill with an elbow drop on Charlotte here, right to the chest. Going for Liv, nice knee by Morgan. Charlotte Flair, and they're going to capitalise. There's a clothesline on Cargill. And Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan firmly in control here. Jade looking for the tag to Belair. And here comes the EST, the WWE Champion, now legal and runs in with a spear on Charlotte. And this is a matchup I've never seen here in this series. Belair, originally on the NXT roster. She was the NXT Women's Champion, the inaugural NXT Women's Champion, by defeating Rhea Ripley at NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver all the way before WrestleMania here in this series. And now tonight, her and Charlotte square off in tag team competition for the first time ever. And Belair taking flight to the floor. Big toe Bacon Halo by the WWE Women's Champion. Bianca Belair now going to send Charlotte back into the ring. Now Bianca heading up to the top rope, springing up, great athleticism, elbow drop, nobody home. No water in the pool there. Now Charlotte Flair with a chop block right after the leg of the EST. Heading to the top now is Charlotte Flair. Bianca right there. Charlotte catching her. Big shot there. And then what is the Queen gonna do? Oh my! Whisper of the win by Charlotte. We saw it in the previous match. We'll see it in this one. Jade comes in to break up the count. And now Charlotte Flair back in comes Liv Morgan now. As frequent tags going down here for Liv and Charlotte. Liv now, shoulders down, O'Connor rolling, the WWE Women's Champion. Bianca able to roll through one of her own. Kick out now by Liv. And we're in a stalemate now. Here we go. For the first time in this contest, the two women that go one-on-one at King of the Ring this Sunday with the WWE Women's title on the line are going at it here in this one, in this tag team contest. Off the ropes, missing the double axe handle. Liv Morgan now Irish whipping. Bianca sends her back in into a Hurricane Rana. And Liv looking good here. Liv nor Bianca have been pinned just yet since coming over a SmackDown. Perhaps one of them will change tonight. We know for definite one of them will change at King of the Ring. Will Bianca be pinned here? Double knee face breaker by Morgan. Only a count of one kick out by Bianca Belair. As Liv now taking the fight to the EST. Stomp after stomp. Bianca to her feet. Big clothesline by Bianca Belair now. Stomping away on Liv Morgan, and a standing shooting star press up for the cover on Liv. Well, let's do it. Only enough for a one. Very competitive contest. Back in comes Jade Cargill. I believe that is what Bianca Belair needed. And now Jade, look at the strength here. Looking to pick up Liv Morgan like she weighs absolutely nothing here. Oh my days, Liv Morgan! Going for a raid there, ladies and gentlemen. And look at this. Oh, Jade Cargill doing push-ups, but you got to focus on your opponent because Liv from behind. Oh, Liv in on Cargill. In for the cover. Liv and Charlotte for the win. Scoring two, and there's Bianca making the save. Tag made, in comes Charlotte. And Jade getting to her feet. Charlotte Flair not allowing her to. Look at the strength now of the Queen. Deadlift, set out, powerbomb by Flair. In for the cover, shoulders down on Cargill, and a kick out at two by Jade. All important tag team match tonight. I mean, after King of the Ring with the WWE Women's title matchup Maybe one of these women on each team making a shot of the gold. Nice punt kick by Cargill. Looking to put Charlotte Flair down in this matchup. And now Jade Cargill setting her up here for the beginning of the end. Liv Morgan been set off the apron. Charlotte off for the rain, and there's Jaded. Good night, Charlotte. Here's the cover. Bianca and Jade for the win. Scoring 2, and the Queen kicks out. Oh my. Great kick out there in this competitive tag team match. Belair tag back in. And now Belair with a beautiful splash to the Queen. Here's the cover now. Hooking the leg on Charlotte. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Another kick out by Charlotte Flair. Bianca Belair, the EST, looking for something. Charlotte though, again after the leg. Nice chop block by the Queen. And now wooing all over the place. But now it's Bianca Belair. Big shots to Charlotte now. Charlotte block. Big right hand and a spear. A spear by Flair. On the EST, the WWE. In for the cover. Cargill comes back in to make the save. Jade's good with breaking up pinfalls and saving the EST, but right now it's Charlotte Flair. And with submission, the figure 4 is locked in. Looking to transition it into the figure 8. This is how she won multiple championships out of her 4 reigns. Charlotte locks in figure 8 on the WWE Women's Champion. Will the EST tap out ahead of taking on Liv Morgan? At King of the Ring for the WWE Women's title. Locks it in tight. Charlotte's got it here. The officials right there see if Belair taps out, and Belair gonna be able to fight on through the pain. My days. Bianca Belair staying alive. Staying in this one. Getting to her feet. And look at this from Bianca. The strength here. The KOD. The Charlotte. The cover. Liv back and makes the save. And now look at Bianca. Not happy with Morgan and sends her off the apron. Great tag team encounter now. Bianca Belair lifting the Queen to her feet. Big right hand. Charlotte counters 4 on there. Oh, and a big spinning back elbow by the Queen. Charlotte Flair looking good here in this one. My days. Bianca out to the outside of the ring, and Charlotte flies to the floor. On Belair. Slingshot crossbody makes the tag to Morgan now. We're back live on SmackDown as Bianca and Liv, the 2 women competing at King of the Ring for the WWE Women's title, are legal in this contest right now. Bianca got Liv against the ropes. This is classic Belair here. Vintage Bianca off the ropes, handspring, moonsault, shining star press by the EST. Cover on Morgan, scoring 2 kick out by the number 1 contender. And Bianca setting her up here. Charlotte Flair wants tagged back in. Liv Morgan is right there, however. Liv, oh, what a shot! Almost knocked Bianca Belair all the way out of the ring. And now Liv Morgan got Belair against the ropes here. Big kick. Caught her there. And now boom! There's the double knees. In the corner by Liv Morgan. Here's the cover now. Leg is hooked. Shoulders down. Well, let's do it. Scoring 2. Kick out by Bianca Belair. Unbelievable scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Here in this one. The EST stays alive, and now Bianca dragon screw leg whip. On to Liv Morgan. Picks up Liv, and the champion gonna plant the challenger now. Seen this before. The Glam Slam-esque maneuver by Bianca Belair. Setting up Liv Morgan now for the beginning of the end. Ahead of the WWE Women's title clash this Sunday at King of the Ring. Belair with the KOD. On to Morgan. Floats her over. Here's the cover leg hook, shoulders down, and Charlotte Flair makes the save again. Bianca not happy with Charlotte whatsoever. And look at this. Oh, went to take her out, but completely missed her mark. Charlotte getting back on the apron. And now look at Bianca. Oh, taking her down this time. Bianca Belair now taking flight here. Going after the Queen. Charlotte Flair and Liv Morgan from out of nowhere. Liv Morgan now with a tope crossbody onto Bianca. And they're going to send Belair back in. Liv Morgan may just pin the WWE Women's Champion right here to give her first pin for her feet. Heading up to Liv and Belair clashing for the WWE Women's title at King of the Ring. There goes Jade off the apron. Liv has Bianca where she wants her. Oblivion! to make a huge statement to pin the champion ahead of the clash at King of the Ring. There's Timothy Garner. Liv Morgan has just pinned Bianca Belair. Oh my lord, Bianca has suffered her first pinfall loss. A part of the main roster, courtesy of the woman that's challenging her this Sunday at King of the Ring, Liv Morgan. And if we see that sight this Sunday in Miami, then Liv Morgan will be walking out the brand new WWE Women's Champion. Great teamwork tonight from Liv Morgan and Charlotte Flair as they come out on top against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. And a great tag team contest from the women's division. Live tonight on SmackDown from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Awesome contest tonight. Really looking forward to Liv and Belair one-on-one as Liv now has some huge momentum after pinning Belair here tonight live on SmackDown. Well, coming up next here tonight live on SmackDown, folks, from Minneapolis, Minnesota, a huge matchup for the Intercontinental Championship is coming up as Pete Dunne looks to defend the championship tonight against Kurt Angle with Chad Gable, the number one contender, sitting on the sideline before King of the Ring. Big time contest coming up. Let's get to it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Samantha Irvin, for the introduction, as this is going to be an awesome one, folks, for the Intercontinental Championship. Here comes the challenger, Kurt Angle, the man who Chad Gable turned and stabbed his back on. And Gable now earned the opportunity last week to become number one contender for the IC title. He will face the winner of this contest. Maybe both in a triple threat match at King of the Ring. We will see. But here comes the challenger, Kurt Angle. We're back live here from Minneapolis, Minnesota on SmackDown as the Intercontinental Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, makes his way to the ring here tonight. Live on SmackDown. He has been an incredible Intercontinental Champion thus far, defeating the likes of Tyler Bate, Chris Jericho, Sheamus, Andrade, and probably a lot more. Bobby Fish as well, Adam Cole as well. 6 successful defenses thus far for the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne as Intercontinental Champion. And if he defeats Kurt Angle tonight, it will be 7 successful defenses. Then he'll go to face Chad Gable one-on-one for the Intercontinental Championship at King of the Ring. It was Kurt Angle who lost to Chad Gable at Armageddon one-on-one in a big-time grudge match. So if Angle wins the Intercontinental title here tonight, maybe we've got a rematch with Dunne in the equation, maybe just a singles match, we will see. But that right there is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted Intercontinental Championship of SmackDown. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Samantha Irvin.
Weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle. And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Peter Dunne.
Thank you, Samantha. Here we go, Intercontinental Championship matchup. Big time dream match here tonight. If Angle wins, maybe it turns into a triple threat. Maybe it's a rematch from Armageddon. If Dunne wins, it remains Gable and Dunne. It's Chad Gable who won it last week. Won a triple threat number one contenders match against Chris Jericho and Mr. Money in the Bank of SmackDown, Daniel Bryan, tapping out Jericho in the process with Kurt Angle's own finishing maneuver, the ankle lock. The same move that made Angle tap out himself at Armageddon. Between Gable and Angle's contest, but tonight it's Dunne and Angle. Intercontinental Championship match. Angle getting his first opportunity at the IC title. This is going to be an interesting one. Here we go as they lock horns in the opening bell. The official Charles Robinson assigned the jury for this match. The SmackDown official has returned here as he took a little hiatus on the past 2 matches, but he's back for this big time matchup in your penultimate contest of the evening with the Intercontinental title on the line. Let's not forget what's coming up next after this, folks. The main event. Finn Balor and Cody Rhodes collide for the second time in the series. The last time it happened, Cody was victorious and earned himself a number one contendership opportunity for Drew McIntyre's WWE title back at Night of Champions PLE for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to enjoy. Tonight they do battle once again in the quarterfinal stages of the King of the Ring tournament to punch their ticket to the semis, where the winner will face Seth freaking Rollins at King of the Ring live in Miami. in SmackDown's semi-final of the King of the Ring tournament. We know Raw semi-final was AJ Styles and Bobby Roode following last night's Raw, or 2 nights ago's Raw rather, where AJ Styles defeated Randy Orton in a compelling main event. And last week, of course, Bobby Roode defeating Sami Zayn. Last week on SmackDown, how about that main event we saw last week? Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker having an incredible rematch from a number of weeks ago, with this time Seth freaking Rollins getting the win and punching his ticket to King of the Ring live in Miami to face the winner of tonight's main event. But right now it's time for the penultimate match. Right now it's down to Kurt Angle and Pete Dunne colliding for the Intercontinental title, and Angle almost became the new IC champion off that monkey flip out of the corner to the IC champion Pete Dunne. And I say this all the time, I say this a lot, that Pete Dunne wrestles. He was kind of an afterthought at the start-ish of this series, but until SummerSlam rolled around, Pete Dunne shocked the world, becoming the new Intercontinental Champion by winning it in a 6-man gauntlet. Winning the vacant championship in a 6-man gauntlet after the former champ Drew McIntyre relinquished the gold to go after the WWE title, which he ended up winning in that show's main event. Pete Dunne, ever since SummerSlam, been a great Intercontinental Champion, still the champ here tonight, and looks to remain it against Angle, one of the greatest of all time. This would be a huge one for Pete Dunne. Some would still consider it an upset if he is able to put down one of the greatest to ever do it in Kurt Angle. Big suplex and a kick out by Angle there. And Pete Dunne, overhand shot. Angle rolls through into a clothesline. As the Intercontinental Championship is on the line, the challenger now going after it with Pete Dunne. Dunne with a big shot. Pete Dunne, look at these kicks here. And a beautiful roundhouse kick right at the side of the head of Kurt Angle. And now Pete Dunne out of the corner looking to springboard in. And a big splash there by Dunne. In for the cover now, hooking the leg, shoulders down to retain the Intercontinental Championship here tonight, only enough for 2. Kurt Angle able to power out. And now Pete Dunne not happy that Kurt Angle is still surviving in this one. Able to avoid that kick there was Angle. And avoid that shot as well was Angle. And a clothesline sends the Intercontinental Champion to the outside. And now Kurt Angle looking to fly here in this one perhaps. Here goes the greatest Kurt Angle. The Olympic gold medalist flies through the sky. Tope con Hilo taking out Pete Dunne in your penultimate match here tonight. And they're going to send him into the barricade here. And now Dunne doesn't want to be there. Back first off the unforgiving barricade. Dunne's going to be feeling that one in the morning. Big back suplex in the barricade there. Now Kurt Angle going to send the Bruiserweight back into the ring. And the rest of this Intercontinental Championship encounter tonight on SmackDown from Minneapolis. Elbow drop off the top. Nobody home though. Dunne moves out the way. And a big clothesline by the Intercontinental Champion. Nothing flashy but damn sure effective. And now Pete Dunne again takes him down. Beautiful roundhouse kick on Angle. Angle struggling to get to his feet once again. And now Pete Dunne taking it to the Intercontinental Champ, or taking it to the challenger as the Intercontinental Champion rather, as he's really trying to slow down the pace. Be all methodical here, trying to just pick apart the Olympic gold medalist and target each limb and focusing on a specific body part at a time. But now it's Kurt Angle who's firing back at all cylinders now. Big flying forearm by the Olympic gold medalist. Right hand now turns him round and the Angle slam. Will that be enough to become the new Intercontinental Champion here on SmackDown? Scoring 2 on Dunne, who kicks out. And Chad Gable, who's the #1 contender, who's guaranteed to get an opportunity at the Intercontinental Championship, regardless who walks out here tonight as champion at King of the Ring Premium Live Event. He's going to be licking his chops here in this one. He's going to be enjoying this, seeing these two men pick each other apart and knowing that he will at least just face one of these men at King of the Ring with the gold on the line. Even if he does go up against both of them at King of the Ring, A, he earned the opportunity to win an Intercontinental Championship shot by winning a triple threat match, and B, he'd be going at it against 2 men who are just putting up an incredible battle and will not be 100% come King of the Ring, but that's not going to change the status of Dunne or Angle, and it could be done with a win here, but a kick out by Kurt. Off that big knee drop from the top, Kurt Angle staying alive. Even though Pete Dunne and Kurt Angle, if they're not 100%, it's not going to hinder them, because they are both fantastic, whether they're at 100% or not. They could be at 10% and it's still be more competitive than the majority of the roster, as Kurt Angle now comes off the top rope with that springboard moonsault. Angle now picking the leg straight into the ankle lock. Into the ankle lock. The Intercontinental Champion's in trouble. Kurt Angle to achieve his destiny to become the new Intercontinental Champion here. To put it on the line against Gable at King of the Ring, and then maybe done a triple threat match if he wants to use his rematch there. Ankle lock is cinched in. Will Kurt Angle become the new champion? To fumble it in his 7th defense as champ, but Pete Dunne rolls through. Dunne stays in it. And then the Bruiserweight smacks him in the face. Big forearm. Look at Dunne now. Better ends connects on Angle. Pete Dunne in for the cover to retain the gold here. Huge win incoming, perhaps, and a kick out now by Carr. What a matchup here tonight in your main event of the evening. My days. And now what's the Bruiserweight gonna do here? Kurt Angle on the outside. Dunne, tope, suicida right in front of us. Making a stand up here at ringside. And now Pete Dunne sending Angle back in. Back to the top rope. Pete Dunne loves going up there, but will he be going to the well one too many times? Yes, he will. In for a double foot stomp. Angle able to get up. Dunne rolls through. Angle rolls him up. O'Connor roll. 2 count. New chop kick out by Dunne. So close there. Angle almost becoming the brand new Intercontinental Champion. But now setting up Pete Dunne for a brutal powerbomb. And now, right back after the ankle. Ankle up by Kurt on the ropes. Saving the Bruiserweight. But he might be down and out. He might be done. There's 2 Angle for the IC title and a kick out. Smart strategy. Smart thinking for Kurt. Going straight for the pin. After Pete Dunne's ankle was in agony. But Dunne able to fight through the pain. And still muster up enough courage to kick out of that one. From Kurt Angle, who stomps once again on the ankle, trying to soften it up for the Bruiserweight. Missing the moonsault out of the corner. Pete Dunne, big overhand shot. And now here comes the Bruiserweight. Clothesline of Dunne. Follows with a second of the Bruiserweight. And now a big third. Flying one to Kurt Angle. Picking up the challenger. Big kick to the gut. Into the set-out powerbomb. And for the cover now, Pete Dunne to retain, scoring to the centre of the ring, and Angle once again kicks out. What a matchup here tonight on SmackDown from Minneapolis. Intercontinental title on the line, these two putting on a clinic. Pete Dunne off the ropes, missing the enziguri. As Chad Gable's going to be loving every damn second of this to see who he might be challenging for the IC title at King of the Ring in Miami this Sunday. Kurt Angle snap suplex, Irish whip gonna set Pete Dunne into the corner now. And we've seen this multiple times from Angle. We'll see it again. Angle right hand on the top. Pete Dunne doesn't want to be there. Avalanche. Angle slam by the American hero. Kurt Angle now in for the cover for the Intercontinental title. Scoring to kick out by the Bruiserweights. Holy smokes. Pete Dunne has really become one of the greatest stars on SmackDown. One of the top superstars here on the Blue Brand in recent months. And he's proven that by hanging in there with one of the greatest to ever do it, and perhaps beating him right here, right now, with a move that won him the gold and made him retain it numerous times. The better in by Dom Pinning predicament, scoring 2 and the kick out by Angle, who stays alive. Prompting the Bruiserweight to gas in disbelief. He can't believe it. He is furious. Kurt Angle staying on the attack. And Angle picking the leg again. 3rd time of the match. No ropes this time. Ankle lock cinched in tight. Dunne nowhere to go. Dunne's in trouble. Will Kurt Angle do it to become the new Intercontinental Champion? Referee Charles Robinson right there to see if Dunne taps out. Is Kurt Angle going to punch his ticket to King of the Ring to defend his newly won Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable, the #1 contender, and maybe even done a triple threat if he wants to use his rematch clause there? But Pete Dunne able to roll through the pain as this matchup continues. My days, what a contest here tonight as we are back tonight from Minneapolis, Minnesota, right here on SmackDown. X-Plex by the Bruiserweight, in for the cover, hook in the leg, scoring 2, and another kick out by Kurt Angle, unbelievable. My days, Pete Dunne doesn't know what the hell to do now. Kurt Angle drops him face first. And now Kurt Angle, overhand shot, back into the ankle lock. back into the ankle lock on Pete Dunne. 4th time of the match. Dunne's out. This is surely it. Charles Robinson's right there. Angle's got it. Kurt Angle has freaking got it, ladies and gentlemen. Dunne is out. Dunne somehow rolling through the pain. What a freaking matchup tonight. And now Dunne over the forearm. Where the hell did he pull this from? And a better end to Angle. And for the cover. Pete Dunne to retain. 2 count. He got him. What a match. Pete Dunne is still the Intercontinental Champion. Oh my days. What a great contest here tonight from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Pete Dunne able to silence the haters and prove the doubters wrong, and he will go on to defend the Intercontinental Championship in a singles match against the man who earned the right to challenge for it at King of the Ring in Miami this Sunday, the #1 contender, Chad Gable. I'm excited for that contest. It is going to be an incredible clash of technical excellence. And I'm really looking forward to that one, including the remainder of the card that's going down this Sunday, 2 days' time, April 27th, King of the Ring Premium Live Event. Congratulations to still your Intercontinental Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne. But coming up at King of the Ring this Sunday, the Raw semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament is set as the phenomenal AJ Styles goes one-on-one with the glorious Bobby Roode. And on the SmackDown side, Seth Freaking Rollins will face the winner of tonight's main event between Finn Balor and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. But as we saw earlier, Liv Morgan, the #1 contender for the WWE Women's title, she pinned the EST Bianca Belair. She pinned the champ. Can she do it again with the title on the line this Sunday? We will find out. The World Tag Titles of Monday Night Raw on the line as the champions Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits put the gold on the line against the newly formed team of Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali. Gonna be an awesome contest this Sunday live in Miami. We just alluded to it there. We're gonna see an excellent test of technical masterpiece of wrestling. Chad Gable, Pete Dunne collide over the Intercontinental Championship. The world title's on the line in a very interesting battle. World Champ Samoa Joe takes on Uncle Howdy with Bray Wyatt in his corner. Going to be an interesting battle to say the least that's going down this Sunday in Miami at King of the Ring. Of course, the finals of the tournament going down as well as this match for the women's world title. Champion Becky Lynch puts the gold on the line against #1 contender Alexa Bliss. It goes down this Sunday. And then, of course, don't forget a massive main event, one of the biggest of the series. Hometown boy, final boss The Rock, challenges the undefeated WWE Champion Drew McIntyre for the championship in the main event of King of the Ring in Miami. But who will face Seth Freaking Rollins in the SmackDown semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament? We find out next with a big-time rematch from numerous weeks ago on SmackDown. The Prince Finn Balor and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes collide next live in your main event of the evening here tonight on SmackDown from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Here we go. And here comes the American Nightmare. Was able to defeat Adam Cole in the first round of the King of the Ring tournament to get to this moment here tonight. And the last time he squared off one-on-one against Finn Balor, he was able to defeat him. Snap dab in the center of the ring. Can he do it again? Let's find out.
Making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
Now, we remember saying Cody Rhodes has beaten Finn Balor in a singles match, but Finn Balor actually pinned Cody Rhodes in the Elimination Chamber match, all the way back at the start of the series. So there you have a look at the updated brackets of the King of the Ring tournament. Bobby Roode and AJ Styles go one-on-one this Sunday in Miami in the Raw semi-finals. Seth Rollins, who defeated Braun Breaker last week, collides with the winner of this big-time main event that's going down right here, right now on SmackDown. As here comes the Prince, who looks to become the King right here tonight by punching his ticket into the semi-finals and getting another pinfall victory over the American Nightmare. He may not have defeated him one-on-one in a singles match, but he has gotten a pinfall victory over Rhodes. It was all the way back at the start of the series at No Way Out. episode, I believe, 22, I want to say. I believe episode 22 of the series. We're now on episode 194 of the series. So it's certainly a long time ago. Over a year ago as well, I believe. But Finn Balor, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to do the thing here tonight and looking to go on to face Seth freaking Rollins. Finn Balor in the first round defeated the man we just saw there, Kurt Angle, in the King of the Ring tournament. That's who he defeated to get to this opportunity here tonight against the American Nightmare. Regardless of who wins this matchup tonight, we're going to have a new fresh challenge for Seth freaking Rollins. Neither of these men have faced Rollins one-on-one before because both of these men were originally on the Monday Night Raw brand at the start of the series, whereas Rollins was originally on SmackDown. So a fresh matchup for Rollins going down at King of the Ring. Who's it going to be? You got to imagine Rollins is looking on very closely to see who he will face in Miami this Sunday in the semi-final stages of the King of the Ring tournament as Rhodes and Balor looking ready, looking to show it down, throw it down on SmackDown for the second main event in a row for these two men. Well, not literally in a row, but this is the second time these two have main evented SmackDown. They'll do it again in the quarterfinal stages of the King of the Ring tournament. Charles Robinson, ring the bell. Here we go. Colorable taps, feeling out processes. Cody able to drop him by the gourd buster right off the bat. The American Nightmare dropping Finn Balor right on his face. Clothesline down goes Finn. Didn't get all of it. Enough to take him down. Big knee backs him up into the corner now as Cody Rhodes. Now Cody. Got Balor where he wants him. Right on that tippy top rope. Look at the American Nightmare here from the top. Delayed vertical suplex. Avalanche style from the middle rope on Balor. Floats him over now into the cover to go to Miami to face Seth freaking Rollins in the semis. Only a one. Kick out by Finn. Balor staying alive. Next week on SmackDown going to be a big event as we fall out from King of the Ring. We look ahead towards Survivor Series, where Raw and SmackDown will collide in matches, and there will be no championship affairs on the show. It is all for brand supremacy, and I can announce the winner of Survivor Series will earn the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble for their brand. So the overall winner of Survivor Series on the night after it's all totaled up will earn the number 30 spot in the Rumble for their brand, guaranteeing, almost guaranteeing, SmackDown the WrestleMania main event. After Survivor Series, we're going to get an all-women's PLE Evolution. We're also going to get Clash at the Castle in Scotland. Then we're getting Rumble. Then we're getting Chamber. Then it's WrestleMania. It may seem like a lot, but it is just around the corner. We are getting close to the road to WrestleMania as Cody Rhodes is going at it with Finn Balor here. Beautiful moonsault at the corner, followed by a clothesline. Running Bulldog now by the American Nightmare, who looks to make it 2-0 in singles matches against Finn Balor. But Balor sending Cody off the apron there. It's Cody making that unwise decision to go outside. Finn Balor looking to take advantage with a top big Cody low on the floor now. Taking out the American Nightmare on the outside. And that's big time main event. But next week we build up towards Survivor Series. We start figuring out who will join Team SmackDown. A part of the 4-on-4 men's and women's matches. And we're also going to see a huge return next week of the Tribal Chief. The OTC Roman Reigns will return to SmackDown. That's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss that one. The last time we saw him, he lost to The Rock at SummerSlam. We see him next week on SmackDown for the first time ever since. But now we get back to this big time main event. Cody Rhodes and Finn Balor collide. It's Cody back into the ring. Springboard drop kick by the American Nightmare. And for the cover to on Balor. Leg hook, shoulders down and go to Miami. Kick out by Finn. Now we've got to wonder, if I were Seth Rollins, which of these two men would I rather face in Miami at King of the Ring? I know Cody Rhodes would love to face Seth freaking Rollins, and he may just do it right there. The same move that beat Balor the last time they met. The Cody cutter. Will it be enough for the win and a kick out by Finn? Now I know if Seth freaking Rollins, I know that man loves a fight. He loves a challenge no matter who the hell it is. So Seth would probably say, it doesn't matter who it is, I'm going to beat them. I'm going to give them the fight of their lives. But if I were Seth Rollins, I'd certainly want the one over the other. But I just don't know who. But both of these men, very formidable opponents, very formidable foes in and out that ring. And I'm very intrigued to see who will go into Miami to face Seth freaking Rollins in the semi-final stages of King of the Ring. Finn Balor trying to stop Cody Rhodes in his tracks there off the top. Cody going to stop Balor in his tracks. And now Cody with a missile drop kick from the top. And look at Cody Rhodes having his fun here, ladies and gentlemen, doing his push-ups. And now the American Nightmare going to send Finn Balor crashing to the outside of the ring here in this main event in Minneapolis here tonight. And now Cody Rhodes gonna take flight. Tope crossbody to the floor. Taking out Finn Balor on the outside now. My days, now Finn all fighting now on the outside. Balor now gonna send Cody back into the ring. And now Cody getting to his feet. Finn Balor now gonna springboard out with a drop kick of his own. Cody done that earlier. Balor will follow in pursuit this time. And now Finn Balor gonna send Cody Rhodes into the official Charles Robinson, who gets in the way. He certainly wasn't looking for that, I'll tell you. But Finn now gonna send him in the opposite corner. Still got Cody Rhodes, not loopy. Balor got him where he wants him. The shotgun drop kick into the corner. Big jump move from Finn up to the top to punch his second to Miami at King of the Ring. There's the coup de grace by Balor. Scoring 2 for the win here. Kick out by Cody Rhodes. Finn Balor almost punching his ticket to face Seth freaking Rollins at King of the Ring in Miami this Sunday in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Balor at the corner with 2 big maneuvers, missing on the seconds, and now Cody we're going to take advantage with Crossroads set on the ring. Cody in for the cover to beat Balor in back-to-back singles matches to go to King of the Ring, and Finn kicks out. Finn Balor determined to be Prince, now a king. He is the prince, now he wants to be a king. But Cody Rhodes trying to make sure he doesn't do that and dropping Balor where he stands with a vicious pedigree. Here's the cover. Cody to beat Balor again to go to King of the Ring, and another kick out by Finn. What a matchup here tonight in this incredible main event, live from Minneapolis here on SmackDown, as this match continues live here tonight. We're back live on SmackDown. It's Cody Rhodes taking flight from the top. Big cross body from the top rope to the outside of the ring. Taking out Finn Balor. Cody's been looking good over the break, and he's continuing to look good now that we're back. Rhodes, tippy top rope, elbow drop, no water in the pool. Balor able to move out of harm's way. Big kick to the leg, got him against the ropes. Now it's Finn. And Finn Balor trying to slow down the pace here in this one against the American Nightmare. Just stomps him right in the chest. Finn Balor now picking up. Cody Rhodes got him there. And there's the 1916 DDT to the American Nightmare. Here's the cover. Finn Balor for a huge victory to go to King of the Ring. They get his win back on Rhodes, and a kick out by the American Nightmare again. Finn Balor's pissed. Finn Balor thought he had it against Cody, but now Cody, running bulldog by the American Nightmare. Cody gonna head back up to the top. He tried that elbow drop earlier, he couldn't get it. Now he's gonna try a moonsault, and he connects. Picture perfect on Finn. Cover to go to King of the Ring. The face Rollins in the semis, and another kick out by Balor this time. What an incredible main event tonight on SmackDown this evening. Finn Balor to his feet. Balor, schoolboy, shoulders down to steal one. Cody could be out of it here. There's 2. Balor to go to King of the Ring, and Cody kicks out again. Holy smoke, Balor almost had him. Kick caught, got him in the hammy there was Cody. Cody right hand, Cody got him. Second crossroads, bust Balor wide open to go to King of the Ring. To face Rollins in the semis, to beat Balor for the second time this series, and another kick out by Finn. What a match, what a war here tonight on SmackDown from Minneapolis. Cody moonsault out the corner from the top as he's taking the fight to Finn. Finn to his face, Sling Blade. This match rolls on. And a Balor and Rhodes changing up, and they're exchanging blows here. Back and forth, trading heavy leather shots in this slugfest here tonight, as this is for all the marbles. Who's going to go on to face Rollins in the SmackDown semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament? The Raw semi-finals already set. It'll be AJ Styles versus Bobby Roode. Who's going to join Rollins in the SmackDown variation? It could be Balor, as he gets the best there of Cody Rhodes. And there's the big springboard coup de grace. He got it there off the Pele kick. That 2 count. The kick out by Cody. Balor got the best of the training blows. He got him on a Pele. He hit him on the springboard coup de grace. It's still not enough to put away the American Nightmare, who's still fighting back here in this one. As like I said, folks, it's for all the marbles. A huge fight field. The winner will face Seth freaking Rollins in Miami. In the semi-finals, the King of the Ring tournament, Cody Rhodes and the Cody Cutter at the corner. A huge one connecting the cover, the center of the ring. Balor again staying alive, and Cody is furious. Cody Rhodes doesn't know what on earth to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's Cody now, big knee there. Rolls through, got him right in the temple. Finn Balor to his feet, nice kick to the leg. Oh, Cody with a clothesline. And now Cody picks up Balor. Balor with a counter. Needed a midsection. Balor with a kick. Balor turns him round. Here comes Finn now. Elevated inverted 1916. Drops him where he stands. Top rope fence. I go to Miami. Second coup de grace off the top. Third of the matchup. You count the springboard. I beat Cody. I go to King of the Ring. And another kick out. Are you serious? What is it going to take to put either of these incredible competitors down here tonight? Rollins is going to be loving this, as both of these men are tearing each other apart for the opportunity to go to King of the Ring to face Rollins in the semis. Cody went for another crossroads. Balor able to come out with the upper hand on that one. Cody on the outside. Balor going to fly. Tope Con Halo in this incredible main event tonight. And now it's Finn Balor with his sights set on finishing the American Nightmare. Sends him into the steel steps. Now is Finn Balor enjoying his work. Very happy with his work here, and he could win this by counter. That is not, it's not in the rule book. There's nowhere in the rule book that says you can't win and can't qualify to King of the Ring by count out. That's exactly what Balor's trying to do, but Cody comes back into the ring. Out of the American Nightmare. Small package on Balor to steal it here. Cody to get it here to go to King of the Ring. The face Rollins in the semis. And a kick out by Finn. My days, but now Balor with a victory roll. Looking to steal it on Cody. Anything you can do, I can do better. Score two, Finn Balor's going to King of the Ring. Balor gets his one back on Cody. And there you have it, folks. And it'll be Finn Balor and Seth Rollins this Sunday in the SmackDown side of things in the semi-finals of the King of the Ring tournament. The winner of that faces the winner of Styles and Rude. Well, the winner of that will be crowned King of the Ring, and they will be able to challenge for either the World or WWE Championship, depending on which brand they are on, at the Royal Rumble Premium Live Event. Man, oh man, that was awesome though, folks. Congratulations going out to Finn Balor, who really needed that victory and got his big win back against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, here tonight. Some may consider it an upset. Cody's been knocked out of the King of the Ring tournament, courtesy of the man that they call the Prince, who may be called the King very soon, folks. What a match and what a show it's been, folks. That's all we have time for as we have a look at the updated King of the Ring brackets. Rude, Styles, Balor and Rollins, your semi-finalists in that King of the Ring tournament, as they will do battle in Miami. That's Sunday. You don't want to miss it, folks. We'll see you tomorrow for WWE Dark. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you soon.